Okay, so each day we will have a group of presentations, and we intentionally limit presentation time to 5-10 minutes. And we ask you to present what is most striking and most important thing in your study. Okay? Because we could talk quite a lot about Armenia, Ukraine, migration here, but we would like to do comparison. Who is doing what, and kind of exchange ideas. So today we have 4 case studies. 2 are coming from Armenia, 2 are coming from Ukraine. First will be Anim Hitarian with Migration and Human Development Armenian case. Then will be Lorian Mlad, if I pronounce your name correctly. And it will be how migration affects development in Armenia, positive and negative effects. And we will have 2 cases from Ukraine. Yulia Pilenko will talk about migration and human development in Ukraine. And Olena Mamedova will talk about regional distribution of migration flows and its correlation with Human Development Index. And I think it will be quite interesting presentation because Ukraine is one of the countries which calculate Human Development Index on the regional level, on subnational level. And it could be quite interesting to see how migration flows go in and out. So I invite Ani here. All the presentations are here. And you will have 5-10 minutes, and when it will be 10 minutes, I will shut it down.
So I'm going to make a presentation on Armenia in the topic which is very painful issue, and still it is a painful issue for our country. It's about migration process and linkages with the human development. I want to at first mention the important fact of these linkages, migration and human development. It is interesting, especially for our country, to have not only the human development impact on the migration, but also the migration impact on the human development. If you can say that the migration has also positive and negative effect on human development, especially for our country, the deficiency in sustainable development processes has resulted in unpredicted outflow of people from our country. So this is our certificate. It is a definition of migration which gave the International Organization for Migration, and starting from Armenia became a member in this organization starting from 1993, and starting from that year we began to make statistics. Our state statistics service began to give us a number of migrants and migrations. So this is also some introductory what this International Organization of Migration also now does in Armenia, and the main objective they adopted concerning Armenia, and also the important factor that they are assisting our country to management of labor migration. Also, what is important factor here, we began to speak about this problem starting from 1991 when Armenia became independent, and this was unprecedented high rates of migration starting from this year. There is also some aspects I would like to mention. If there are some reasons, for example, political and other, and there is immigration, we could understand it somehow that yes, okay, it's a political reason. That's why there is immigration rate. But nowadays, when we speak that there is immigration, and it is now the reason that is an economic, social aspect, it is a real worrying aspect. If you are a student and you are entering the university, and at the first lecture, your lecturer says that why are you here? Because there is no labor market, no demand of your workforce. This is awful. Also I made some unofficial statistics. I mean not official for Armenia. There was an expert from IMF and World Bank who worked in this issue, and they gave their own estimate, which were really worrying compared to our state statistics. So according to the estimate of the experts, approximately 1 million people left Armenia comparing to 19 to 2005. It will not say any figure if we said if we don't know the population of Armenia. It's about 29 million. So it's 40% of Armenia left during that time. And also one important factor in this case was the globalization. We are very usually say that it has a positive effect in terms of opening markets, trading capital, production resources, but in the case of migration, it was a negative impact for our country. During that time, and also this continues right now, main percentage of people migrating from Armenia goes to these countries, especially Russia, Ukraine. But nowadays, the recent years, many people began to migrate to Europe. This is the statistical information also starting from 1991. This is also unofficial statistics provided by the experts. And the important factor is that 46% of these immigrants have all complete university education. And they live in here only because there is no labor market. I also try to make some the results. I don't know. I don't want to stress much on how this happened, but the impact. In the case of our country, I would say that for individual level, also there is a positive impact because they can realize themselves. They have gained more knowledge, and migrating they become more sustainable comparing if they can stay and live in Armenia. If they don't have any job, they can go to the other countries which will offer their interesting and valuable job. But earlier in 1991, many people migrating, they could not, even if they have university graduates, they could not use their university degree, and so they turn their turn into labor migrants only. They sell their physical force. The only positive effect, for my opinion, also is that the migration has a positive effect on GDP ratio, on human development indicators, especially also the balance of payment indicators in terms of remittances provided from them. This is the main sources from them. I said also the main positive, and this is the main positive and impacts from individual level and the state level. State level only, I would stress for myself the remittances provided to the families of this and relatives from these people. At the individual level is much more interesting and much right, I think. And also this is some statistical information which was done in National Human Development Report in 2009. The rates starting from 2006 and 10, we don't have 11 information. And also the main countries where Armenia's immigration is high, as I also mentioned, is Russia and Europe, starting recently. I also want to mention that it's right now a very important factor, important issue for the government of Armenia. And the government of Armenia adopts recently its new government plan, 2012-2017, and the migration is one of the crucial impact. And they have stressed out the main some objectives, how to reach them, how to solve this problem. But the fact is that people are leaving their country.
Okay, thank you very much. You are right in time. So we had first presentation of Armenia, and now Florian, please, scene is yours. I think we will discuss everything in there, so put the question down. I put already a couple of questions for my considerations. Please,
Okay.
10 minutes maximum.
Thank you. As Mikhail already mentioned my topic, it's migration and human development, how migration affects development of Armenia. And I stressed on positive and negative effects. Actually, I will try to be more precise in presenting my topic. Okay, just some information, very short, about Armenia, its population, area, and currency strength. Then I would like to give you a general description about the impact on human development, like the periods that impacted human development. First of all, genocide in 1915, which impacted demographic, as many people were forced to leave Armenia. The second one is earthquake in 1988, when many people became homeless, and at the same time, as you understand, our population became lower. And also, after independence in 1990s, we had very serious problems. We had economic crisis. At the same time, we were blockaded by our bordering neighbors. So the conditions in this year were very bad. And also another period that I would like to mention was economic crisis in 2008, as in the whole world, in Armenia also, we felt that crisis. Then our fields of concern in Armenia that also are huge problems, issues concerning human development. First of all, health problem. We have some problems in health section. The health system is corrupted. There is a corruption. And also the World Bank in 2000 estimated that in Armenia there are the highest terms of informal payments. And the next year it also reported that informal payments are 4% higher than state budget allocations. Another concern is education. We have colonial system in Armenia, but actually it's like a mixture of Soviet times education and colonial system. And according to UNDP analysis, our educational system must be modernized and become fully involved in colonial system fully. Another problem is our homeless people. After earthquake and after earthquake, many people, many families remained homeless, and they live in small, how they say, like small buildings. During the earthquake, we get assistance from international organizations, and they gave those small houses. I don't know how to call them. Yeah, like shelters. Yeah, but actually, after it's already more than 20 years, and families are waiting for their turn to get houses. And now 27,000 families are registered to gain homes. Another problem is unemployment, and after the last economic crisis, we felt it more, and more than 37,000 people are unemployed. I can say, coming to poverty. In 2008, the 25% of population were in poverty. And about environmental problems, I think, from my point of view, are not so much compared to other countries, but actually we have deforestation, we have soil degradation, and it caused actually after 90s, after independence, when we had energy crisis, families didn't have anything else for heating, but they had to cut trees in order to get heating in their houses. Okay. So this is all about human development in Armenia, and I would like to come to migration issues. Migration and human development, and I will stress on positive and negative effects of migration. So, I'm going to present two periods when we felt like great outflow, which were 1960s to 1988 during Soviet Union. In these years, most of all people migrated within the countries of Soviet Union. And from 1990 to 2005, after independence, a large number of people left Armenia. Unfortunately, I don't have the last numbers of migrants. I will try to find and then present you. But actually, after 2008, a lot of people also left Armenia. I separately would like to present my opinion, like the consequences of migration, which are social, demographic, and moral. As you understand from this, the names social, demographic, of course, it has impact on social and also on demography. And moral, it is connected with prolonged absence of family members and also the feeling of isolation from home country, from homeland. So now the effects, positive and negative. This is controversial, I think, but from my point of view, in Armenia there were positive effects of migration, for example, from economic and standard of living. People could keep their body and soul together due to migration. And educational positive was also for education, student migration. When after studying in a foreign country, Armenians could get more experience and become more competitive in Armenia. And coming to negative effects of migration, first of all, and from my point of view, the biggest is demographic effect.